Here we have a picture of the Washington Monument. There's an interesting story about money and the Washington Monument. In February of 1850, the state of California issued bonds in the sum of $934.40 to pay for a granite slab to be placed at the 120-foot level inside the Washington Monument in the grounds of the National Capitol. On the slab is the following inscription: "California, youngest of the Union, brings her golden tribute to the memories of its father. Our Golden State issued short-term bonds bearing interest rates at the rate of 36% annually. In 1873, new bonds in the amount of $2,277,500 were issued to retire the original bonds. Between that time and 1941, the state paid over $10 million in interest and not 1 cent on the principal." That comes from We the Bankers by Norsa Andrea. It's part of history. There's an interesting study called The Money Masters, and it talks about United States notes and Federal Reserve notes. But it explains how the international bankers gained control of America through Federal Reserve notes. If the entire product, the gross national product of America, is represented on 5 loaves of bread, and the money in circulation is represented by $5, each loaf of bread is worth $1. But if you keep the gross national product at 5 loaves of bread, but you double the money in circulation to $10, now each loaf of bread is worth $2. The value of your dollar goes down as the volume of money goes up and the gross national product is stable. This is a graph, a picture showing the value of money supply versus its value compared to the gross national product. In 1960, it shows the supply of dollars and its value, and then we go to 2004 and we see that the value has dropped tremendously because we have borrowed money to pay the interest on the money we borrowed to pay the interest. And this is another chart that shows the decreased value of a dollar from 1913. A 1913 dollar, worth about $1, in 2005 is somewhere around 5 cents. It'll buy about 5 cents worth of product of 1913. Now let's do another hypothetical so that we understand what's going on in the money situation. We want an economy. We want to build a factory, a house, and a car. And now we don't have any money to do that. We have to borrow some money from the banker in order to build the factory, house, and car. And just for talk reasons, we're going to say we need $100 to build a factory, house, and car, to fire up our economy to accomplish that. So, in order to obtain the $100, we can't create the money ourselves. We've got to go to the banker to do that. And we sign a note with a banker for $100 at 3%. Now that is exactly what the Federal Reserve charges the U.S. Treasury to keep money in circulation so that you and I can exchange goods and services with each other. Now at the end of the year, it's time to pay the note. But how much is that note? The note is $100 at 3%. Where are you going to find the last $3 to pay the interest? It's not there. You've got to go borrow money to pay the interest. The game that some children play, called musical chairs, there's always more people than chairs. And when it comes time to sit down, somebody can't find a chair to sit on. Well, when we look at our current banking system, it's like the game of musical chairs. There's always more debt than there is money to pay it off. If you took all of the money in circulation in America today and put it against the national debt, all of the money would be gone, but there would be debt left over. And that's the situation that we're facing today, since we are in this private banking institution that creates our money and puts it in our system at interest.